I remember that.
Hello, Mark.
Hola.
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
estás?
And hello to everyone else, too. Welcome to another Sunday of My Hero Academia Manga Chapter Reads. This week, we got chapter 305. But first, there's something that we always do. Mark, what is that?
Recap episode!
It wasn't as intense as I thought it would be. I was...
I'm not home alone. If I was, oh, trust me, I would have gone even further beyond.
In chapter 304, that was,
Let me see if I can sum it up. Let me see if I can sum it up very quickly.
Yeah.
Chapter 304, we got to talk with the fourth user and the rest of the users inside the world of the users that is One for All. They basically discussed everything about One for All, what went wrong, who had it the longest, what essentially is going to happen with One for All, and about Izuku possibly being the last ever user of One for All because it can only be used now by quirkless people.
Mm-hmm.
And quirkless people are becoming so rare that it appears that he could be the last one.
Yeah, that's a real rough thing to even keep in mind of, considering that he's still, I mean, granted he's got 50% pretty much down at this point, but if it's just him and after the events that happened prior to the hospitalization, he may not stand a chance right now. So definitely a lot more weight on his shoulders now.
But you still gotta unlock the other quirks.
This is true. We don't know what the other quirks are, or the other users either.
Yep. And of course, we ended off the last chapter with Nana asking Izuku a tough question: can she kill her grandson?
That's a big yikes. And so honestly, I want Deku, before we fully jump into it, I really hope that Deku does admit to the fact that he would actually rather save Shigaraki than to kill him along with One for All. Or all
I
for one.
I think we know that's Izuku's character. I think we know he's gonna say that.
Yeah. How everyone else will respond to that is gonna be another thing.
So now we'll get into how that question goes with the entire group.
Mm-hmm. The entire group. So here we go. So as it left off, tell me, can you kill Tomura Shigaraki? Says Nana as she gets up from her honestly, where did these chairs come from?
We don't ask questions. We just say, "Damn, those are some nice chairs."
It's a nice ass chair. Obviously,
What is that? What is that? What is that fabric? Is that Italian leather?
I would jump into who's in charge of constructing the conscience, but if anything, it just exists.
Exactly.
Yes. But this is number 305, Izuku Midoriya and Tomura Shigaraki. So that's definitely setting the mood right now. Starting it off, Deku was is that an actual thing he could say right now?
But he's like,
As Nana gets up, it's not a request. I'm actually asking about your resolve.
basically asking, if you have to, can you?
And since that was a short page, I'll go ahead and continue on this one. You looked at him and saw someone who looked like he needed saving. Oh shit, she already knows. She already knows. That's what you thought. We know that much because we're in sync with your emotions.
So they can feel each other.
Mm-hmm. And what was that guy's name?
Banjo.
Banjo. The issue is, he sure didn't look that way to us. No doubt he's suffering, with all for one taking his meat suit. Oh my god, a meat suit?
Taking over his meat suit.
But that don't mean the kid is hoping to be saved. Go ahead, Mark.
Nope, yep, just let me flip to the next page.
Oh yeah, okay, for sure.
Even in a sitch like that, his eyes were filled with nothing but hate. That's how he was groomed. My brother's own damaged body now holds him back. So it's likely that he schemed to hijack the boy's body and soul as a part of a grand plan to acquire One for All. I told you!
Yeah. Honestly, I thought about that too because, I mean, obviously, because like All For One, I had told to Shigaraki that he meant to pass it down to him, and that was kind of like our, what was it? For Shigaraki and the viewers, that's our perception of what we saw. But then as the story went on, it started to become a little like twisted.
Yeah, I had no doubt in my mind that All For One was literally just using him. I had no doubt that he is literally a tool.
Considering that like All For One's lived so long and still lives, he would try to preserve his body. Also, that's a pretty common trope for villains, so
Really is. Should I continue next page?
let's see. I guess it doesn't matter. In this one. Yeah, go ahead, actually.
Alright. First me, then my successor. N.
N.
N. I assume the kanji for 6 is probably in his other, is it like the full part of his name?
Mm-hmm.
That bastard tried stealing One for All from us twice and failed twice.
Oh, really?
Bending and breaking the basic principle of One for All takes a powerful will and emotion strong enough to override One for All. Emotions so strong, they're too much for one person to bear. We're thinking he's trying to use Shigaraki's hatred to get the job done.
Oh.
The rule is that only the will of One for All's wielder can affect it, but your rage is starting to eat away at that very rule.
Okay. And next one here, because the origin of One for All was itself a powerful will that refused to submit to All for One. The basic premise, the one saying, or the originator saying, is that One for All is tasked for destroying All for One. It seemed that Yagi accomplished this, but my tenacious brother managed to rise again. Damn. I mean, yeah. All Might did actually prevail, but ultimately it's like, well, he didn't die, so he's gonna try every single time.
Oh, he fucked him up, but he didn't die.
Yeah. Here comes Donna, Izuku. Damn it, I kinda wanna read this one.
Do it, man. Do it.
Okay. I'm telling you, this is incredibly unfair to you, especially after all that talk about how you can't walk away from this. Tomura Shigaraki is my grandson, and to better fight All for One, I removed myself from my son's life, and Tomura was the end result.
So sad to hear that.
Yeah, Deku just, you can feel it in Deku's eyes, like, damn, this sucks. And even Nana's, you can see her expressions change. It's beyond shameful for an adult who's failed over and over to burden a boy of 16 with her old depths. I know that, but all the same. Go ahead, Mark.
But all the same. All right, flip to the next page. Now that's a terrifying shot. Forgot about that for a second. If that thing grows into the ultimate evil, what she calls him, that thing. If that thing grows into the ultimate evil, then nobody will be able to stop it. Someday you will fight against that ultimate evil, perhaps. It won't be enough to simply forgive him or try to come to an understanding. There are some people in this world who cannot be saved, and that's very true. And it's always been a hard pill to swallow, the fact that there are some people you just can't help.
And I think that All Might's actually said these things before. I mean, obviously he said like one day you're gonna fight the ultimate evil. There's that, but also the fact that I think it was the anime, like after the first like personal like encounter with Shigaraki at the mall, All Might meets up with Deku and tells him about like, I'm sorry I wasn't there because I was somewhere else. And Deku asks like are you able to save everyone? And he says, of course not. You can't save everyone. It's like, damn.
Exactly. I guess I'll just do this one too.
Okay.
If a person who looks like they need saving actually turns out to be someone beyond saving, will you have the resolve to kill him if that's what it takes? She looks so pained to say that.
Because I guess like at that point, this goes beyond what a hero is.
Yeah, it goes
or an
to
average hero.
They're asking him to be the judge, the jury, and if necessary, the executioner.
Mm-hmm. You get shot off all the other like predecessors, even the ones who aren't even looking. Deku says, as Nana still looks at him, and here's his thought. Could see, oh yeah, I could see he was hurting. Or rather, I could feel it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Here. Yeah, the next page. I gotta continue this one.
It hurts. It hurts.
When Shigaraki's consciousness invaded One for All, when he was focusing so hard on his own dream, I felt it all inside, that rage. I felt a little boy crying.
Mon. That dog loved him so much.
I guess I'll carry with this one. Here comes Kristoff. He's like, this chapter had me in shambles, bro.
Bro, just seeing Mon with Shigaraki, that dude, I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch that episode when it's animated. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to watch it. I might just have to skip it because just Mon loved him and that's when his quirk activated. It was an accident. Oh my god. Not only that, also all of his family was also an accident. It's just like, dude, it's such a sad fucking backstory. Such a sad and tragic backstory.
Kristoff also added that full page shot of them two was a lot.
It is. You're getting ready to get to that.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, both were relatively short. Let me continue on with this one. We have, oh my god, the way that they animate like that little panel of Nana, but it's like there's weight still there. Here comes Deku still talking. Up until now, I've come against all types. They refused to back down, so fighting was the only way to stop them. We have Muscle, Overhaul, Stain, but I never understood what made them turn out that way. Maybe if I had, maybe things would have worked out differently.
Gentle and La Brava.
Yes, exactly. Or who knows, maybe I would have still fought them, or still would have had to fight them anyway. Ah! Fuck, I saw the page.
Oh, my heart.
Oh, damn. Should I continue on, Mark, or do you want to cover from this one?
You can keep going.
Okay. Shigaraki killed so many people. He's hurt people near and dear to me. And yet...
It hurts. It hurts.
Big... I'm drawing parallels to how Deku was so readily to reach out to Bango, like at the river.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to represent. Izuku's always been the one to try to help people.
One for All is a power meant for saving, not killing. All Might taught me that.
And as we see here, All Might with all the kids looking up to him and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And not just me. All Might and all of you who've built up this power have given hope to countless people out there. As we see the darkness being washed away. Say
that? Bakugo is merely training for Tomura.
Right. We see the darkness being washed away from Izuku. I get that this power was first meant to destroy that evil. We see the All Might vestige, and we see the first. But you've all given your lives to link the chain this far, and I think there's another big purpose behind it all. As his mouth becomes available, the All Might vestige is crying. Maybe there is no other way besides killing, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when the time comes, but I want to save that little boy. It's kid Izuku. Ah!
Okay. Okay, next page. Oh, Nana, why you gotta be like this? Oh, I was so close to making a joke on that one. Anyway, Nana's just speechless right now. As we see the shot of the original And
He's like, yeah, he's like, that's my boy.
yeah, All Might Shade. Good. That's why we have your back.
He's
And
consoling the All Might Shade.
he's supporting the Shade too.
He's such a nice guy.
Mm. It's fortunate that our power passed to you two. As oh man, Deku had that just that quick moment.
He's like,
All of
bah!
a sudden, but the miasma needs to be like, nope, not yet. You had your opportunity. He pats Nana like on the shoulder, as Nana says, "Sorry for testing you like that. I guess I'll continue this one too." Gran Torino still lives. Torihiko, we made a bad decision. So when you wake up, please give him my best. But we've been blessed with wonderful disciples. We get another shot of the original.
Just
Now
turns
play
around.
nice, you two. Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. What was that?
He just turns around like, yeah, and then you say, now play nice, you two.
You have to cooperate with our successor. He needs your help to unleash his full power.
I noticed this about because we don't see much of the second, but we see some of the third. Did you notice he's got pipes?
Yeah, I see that.
Ancestor of Eden, maybe?
Hmm.
Because I'm like, I know that they're not ever. Of course, there's going to be quirks that are similar. They don't have to be related, but so far, Ida's family is the only one we know of that actually has those.
Old Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen, says Kristoff. Great.
Bro, I know. I just every time I see a picture of freaking Shigaraki and Mon, it hurts. I told you, don't think I'm gonna be able to watch that episode, man. Yeah, I just can't.
I have to watch that episode just to validate the connection that we have to the show.
I can watch every episode except that one.
It's gonna be real rough.
Dude, they're gonna have to. You know how much that they're gonna have to censor?
Nah, Bone's gonna be like,
In full detail. I'd be like, my eyes.
it's been written. They can get away with a lot with the rating on the like, I guess like Japan's like televised rating.
Yep, and it looks like here. Still no breaks. Next chapter hits March 21st.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, he's going in.
This is great. Because this is all just straight lore that we're seeing, so and that's crazy because that means this is like 3 weeks of just pure like one for all lore.
We've had 2 to 3 weeks of it, and then then before that, we've gotten two things we've always wanted: more info on One for All, and info on Toya.
Yes.
He's been hitting the checklist of all the things he's been needing to hit.
And I think this is really important because, I mean, granted, Horikoshi is not done with the series, period, but this feels like endgame type of stuff, or at least like prep time for endgame stuff. Just literally dumping all the information that we possibly ever asked for, and the only like once we get out of this, I think the only thing I would like to know is just like how the other quirks work with One for All, and that's it. That's all we need, aside from what deck will look like at 100% of everything.
I mean, yeah. Like, I feel like we're gonna be seeing, like, what it feels like right now. It feels like, and again, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I swear I feel like we got a time skip coming in the future. At some point, I just have this feeling.
I think a time skip would have to depend on whether Horikoshi is going to allow for a lot of like build up to be done like from All for One's end, where he's just slowly doing things and the heroes are doing nothing, or at least seemingly not doing anything, or it really is like All for One isn't doing anything like actively, and the
Yeah,
heroes are prepping for it.
yeah, because they've already talked about bringing in foreign reinforcements, like heroes from other countries. So we could see heroes from, say, like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, South America, Australia, India, all kinds of places.
I wonder though, because like when you spring in the other worlds, obviously this is all kind of like Japan focused
Oh
of like
yeah.
the ultimate evil, but what if it isn't the only like ultimate evil?
Oh, I'm sure that there's more villains, like
Well, for
villains that are
sure.
similar, but I think that the kind of quirk that All for One has, I think that he pretty because we saw that he is pretty much, while quirks he wasn't the first to start quirks, he was the first to fucking use it to cause chaos,
It's
like
true.
widespread chaos. So chances are he's probably been involved in international affairs, if I had to take a guess.
Hmm. You think like maybe that like that might be the continuation of the show, is that like even when you bring down like All for One, like he's already sown the seeds throughout the world.
Yeah. I mean, like, we've already seen an American hero. We saw them in the movies, but the only one we've seen inside the continuity of, well, I guess the first movie technically is canon
Yeah,
in a
technically, yeah.
sense. But one like from Vigilantes, there was Captain Celebrity.
Captain Celebrity. I
Yeah,
actually haven't really read that far in.
I mean, yeah, he's the strongest hero in the U.S.
Oh shit, that sounds kind of dope.
Yeah, he's I mean, he starts out kind of whack, but he gets
Okay,
better over time.
over the course of Vigilantes.
Yeah, he gets better over time.
Huh. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, just wanted to give shout outs to Chris over here. He said like, what if the second isn't related to Bakugo, but is actually related to Muscular?
That'd be some shit.
That'd be wild. In the sense that it doesn't impact the story too much. It could happen.
Like, I mean, that would be some shit.
But then now it makes me question like everything on Muscular and some of the other side heroes, because um I mean there's Overhaul, like we know his backstory. But Muscular, well, we don't. We not really. Yeah, the plot twist on that one. Um, can't get over that page fold one.
I know, just the two of them looking at each other. It's like, bruh,
And
it
also
hurt.
the whole fact of like the miasma is supposed to show you exactly how much is completed of Deku's training, but for this moment it's like I'll allow it.
I
Let
know,
him be
just like, I'll
free.
allow it.
And the shirt they choose for little Deku,
I know, so cute.
oh my god.
Made him look adorable.
And then they swapped it back.
And he said, and that's all you're getting.
All right. Be cool if the third Kristoff says if that person is related to Ida. You
We
know,
see the
I
pipes.
won't rule it out. That actually kind of
Like,
would work.
that's what I'm thinking, because I see the pipes, and that's just my immediate thought.
Turns out it's such a small world after all.
It's a small world after all.
All of a sudden Deku's just asking if Bakugo's still technically um the whole theory that it's a Bakugo ancestor. He'd just be asking on Bakugo and Ida like just random questions after this.
So, what's your family tree look like?
What's the family tree look like? What were their quirks? Show me. It's like, whoa.
Show me. He just gets the All Might face. Show me.
Goody.
Good.
Grizzle said his will was so strong he had to speak out. Fair, I actually kind of like that. Jesus. And the thing is that like I honestly believed that Nana was serious about this because like what she was saying, can you kill Tomura Shigaraki? Because
Yeah, she straight up asked, "If you have to, can you do it?"
because it's like as if she wants to make sure, like almost as if like if she were in Deku's shoes, she would have just straight done it if she could. But I also thought that Deku really tried his best. I mean, granted, he did try his best, and then he actually caught like the emotions of Shigaraki, and then his mind decided to change on that.
Essentially,
Rough test.
it's a very, very rough test.
Because essentially it's really asking someone because of the fact, it's sheer fact that you are kind of the exception to everything. Could you now like at this like higher like plane, not higher plane of existence per se, but just higher plane of or tier of I guess importance in the world, could you commit something that would otherwise be seen as evil to essentially save the world? It's like, damn. But I'm glad that Deku chose the path like he would always choose.
He said he wants to at least try to save him.
Yes.
I think that means if he's gonna try, and if he can't, he'll do what has to be done.
The All Might Shade. Come on now.
I know he's crying. I was like, oh man.
Do you think All Might's feeling the same way on the other end too?
Maybe.
Damn. So
I could see it.
yeah. So I guess next chapter we really will see these two, and I'm really, really curious about how they are. Why are they like this? Because at this point, maybe it's not a simple fact of like, oh, I didn't complete like 100%, so therefore I don't see them. No, you see them, and they will talk, but I guess they don't really support.
They'll talk. They'll talk a lot.
Mm-hmm. They will guarantee talk you out for another chapter or two.
Oh, absolutely.
They're gonna wake up in an interrogation room. I agree with you, Christoph. Straight up, it's gonna be Hawks.
Interrogation room.
Genus has already got him wrapped up.
Is it Nani?
I wonder though, like if that's the case, like obviously now we understand like Deku's wishes and the fact that pretty much all the predecessors like have him support and trying to save essentially the ultimate evil. Well, how will the heroes respond? Yeah, no, it's
I think they'll probably listen to Izuku on this one.
I hope so. Because I guess
that'd be the best course of action for them is just to listen to him on this one.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm a little overstepping right now because we're not even talking about the whole like Toya situation too. Because for them, it's just simply
there is the Toya situation.
Yeah, we all have to band together. We gotta fight Toya. What does that lead to? We don't know, and that's kind of the same thing with Shigaraki as well.
It really is. At the end of the day, it really, really is. Kind of makes you wonder, like, what the are we gonna do here?
Christoph also adds, I hope that young Midoriya has earned the respect of the people that they'll be on the side. I think it'll be a lot harder because, well, I guess maybe I'm looking on the medical side of things. Literally everyone has said, don't overdo it. Deku overdoes it.
Overdoes it. What did we just say?
Boy, what did we just say? And so I don't know. People, I mean, granted, I guess Deku will still have like a ways to go. Obviously, all the predecessors have his back. All Might has his back. As far as him actually recovering is going to be a different story. That's a question we'll have to deal with.
Are you okay, Izuku? Yeah, I just broke my everything.
Unless number 2 or 3 are like, oh, we got healing quirks. bruv. Like,
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm kind of expecting one, actually. At least to a degree, like maybe a minor heal.
like a minor heal. Oh man. Now I'm really thinking like maybe it would be a healing quirk because Deku's kind of out of options as far as who will heal him.
Who gonna heal?
I think Recover Girl still won't even like lift a finger.
Unless she said, "Now fuck you."
Nah, fuck you. I'd already told you.
She's basically, she said, "We went over this. Ain't changing my mind."
Kristoff's adding, All might get crucified by all the media if they find out he gave a quirk to a boy. Also, healing quirk would be too OP. Can't stand for that. Yeah, well, the thing about All Might, yeah, that's definitely like if you just said it like that, it's like, yep, I just at that point I gave it to like a 14 to 15-year-old boy.
Yes, I gave this the quirk that's meant to destroy all evil to this child.
But to cover him would just literally be to exploit the entirety of the history, to which I don't think a lot of people will really catch on or even believe. It would just cause panic. Therefore, why go through that? Just keep it a secret. But
Exactly.
but of course, Hawks is still needing to give like people the story, so he would have to be on board with just trying to cover this up.
Honestly, at this point, it's cover it up, or you got to go public with it.
Mm-hmm.
Cover it up, go public with it, or just keep it within. And if you're going to talk about it between anybody, maybe just keep it within the people, like
Mm-hmm.
within the heroes.
Actually, you know what? What I would really like to see is actually the fact that Deku wakes up. He's still obviously in bandages and he still hasn't physically recovered, but no one is willing to heal him. Everyone except for Eri, but you know, Eri's already used up her shot, so Deku will have to wait. Let's say Deku actually has to wait for a recovery for that. And at this point, this is when he needs to rely on like his classmates and literally everyone else around him.
I mean, I think what's going to end up happening right now is we're probably going to see. I would imagine we're probably going to see something regarding that. Like, because we know Izuku's hurt right now, but his
Mhm.
body is okay. They said his body's okay.
Yeah.
They said that he's not fucked,
Mm.
which makes me think, okay, so he didn't just destroy his arms and legs.
But he kind of did though.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like they would have said that he pushed it too far. But right now it appears like he's okay.
fair. But I
So like
guess,
the doc said he had like 2 to 3 more times of this. This would be time number 1 after that. Would it be?
well, I mean,
No, this is
like
the
if
first time
it's,
he's pushed it in a long time.
well, if we're talking about like hospitalization, well, then again, there's also the sheer fact that like Deku has built a lot of endurance, so maybe these shots aren't as significant as they were.
Yeah, but like
There's
that's the
that.
thing because I just remember the doc told him 2 to 3 more times. This is like the first time he's taken it super far ever since.
True. Yeah, I guess I will leave my theorizing about like the healing process up until the next chapter, and hopefully we get ideas of like what these quirks are. Honestly, yeah,
My man needs his boo boo's kiss.
honestly, if we're gonna go with the idea that like we have an Ida quirk like somewhere in the mix,
That's what it
um,
looks like.
I wonder how that would work out
It's
because,
on his arms more than his legs, though.
but yeah, but as far as the family line, and we're literally just talking about Kenya and then his older brother, they
His older
use
brother is such a cool dude.
he is a cool dude, but yeah,
Like
they
I've like if you like ever read Vigilantes, he's in that. He is the coolest motherfucker.
I bet.
He's such a nice guy.
But so far they've all utilized like the physical engines that they got. So for Deku, if he actually had something like that, it had to be different.
Could you imagine like 2 slots open in his arm?
That'd be gross.
He's like, ah!
Oh, that'd suck.
He looks like, ah!
He'd like, he'd be like, Midoriya-kun, what's the meaning of this?
Midoriya, where'd you get my pipes?
Where'd you get my pipes? I just want to talk.
Just want to talk. Just want to talk. Just want to talk.
And I'm not sure if, like, would Deku even need it per se, because he's fast already.
He is fast.
I would even say, like, you know how, like, All Might, like, gets to places, like, super quick, but he doesn't go 100%, otherwise he'd literally destroy everything. I think that's... Well, I guess it depends on, like, how much, like, he actually uses it, because they never explicitly said how much All Might has to go in order to go fast, but not destroy everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they never really pointed that part out.
Hmm. I don't know. I feel like Deku's pretty quick at like 45%, to the point where I think that's as fast as one can go before there's collateral damage.
Before you go Mach 27.
I guess we'll see. I just kind of want to hear more. Like, I guess at this point, I would like to know a lot more. I guess as Bakugo stated, like, just more facts about where Deku is, because we didn't know. I know that, like, when Deku, like, first, like, counteracted the, what was Shigaraki's quirk from way afar, he just straight up went with, like, a 45%, and we were like, what the fuck? What? Hold on.
No.
Kristoff says Vigilantes actually shows how fast All Might was at his peak. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It does. He's fucking quick.
Yeah, okay. I'll definitely have to look into that. But yeah, is there anything else that we want to add to this one? I think
we pretty much touched everything we can.
I think so. I think for me, I'm just anticipating like what these two will say, what their quirks are. But the truth come out, Deku actually has a quirk. It's called the Talk No Jutsu.
Who said that? Was that you or was that Kristoff that said that?
That was me. That was me.
Get out. The Talk No Jutsu. You have extremely convincing speech.
He could walk up to Shigaraki like saying, "It's your quirk, not his."
Shut up.
And Shigaraki's like, "Oh." And Shigaraki's like, "You're right. It is my quirk to destroy everything."
I knew you were gonna say that shit. It's like, no.
Stop. All right, but that's pretty much everything. Okay, so in that case, we'll come back to this within the week. On the 21st, same time as usual. And yeah. Kristoff says success in the wrong direction.
In the wrong.
That happens sometimes. Like, listen, yeah, you're right. I do have the power. No, yeah, that's straight up what Avatar had to say to Ozai. Like, you have the power to control, like, to do what's next. He's like, you're right. I do have the power. I have all the power in the world. And we're like,
no, not like that.
Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and end it off here. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the 21st for the next manga chapter. In the meantime, stay tuned for all things that pop up for DangIT Pro _gaming, or really just anything that we post on Twitter, like at the handle at DangIT Pro. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Later, peeps.
And brand that image of little Deku and little Shigaraki into your brains for the rest of your life. Okay.
It hurts.
Bye, everyone.
Pain. Will Smith pain.
Straight pain.